I'm back with more of a comparison to this today than a review. In this corner over here, we have the 2004 original trilogy collection Leia from basically the capture of the Tantive 4 and pretty much through the whole movie. Over here, I have the Legacy Collection Wave 6 Princess Leia from the scene of the redemption at the very end of The Empire Strikes Back. There's been a lot of question if these two Leias are basically the same figure, but with just a different head sculpt. I think you may be right in that. One big difference is, well, it's not a big difference. The Episode 5 Leia of the Legacy Collection is a slightly brighter white. Her dress is slightly brighter than the Episode 4 Leia. Excuse the Death Star gunner stands. By the way, one note is they don't have pegs on their feet. They neither one of them can fit in a stand. Her feet are too small. Anyway, starting with the Episode 4 figure, I've got, as you see behind it, I've got an unopened version, along with the open one. The original trilogy collection came out in 2004. This Leia basically has a ball-jointed neck, ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, and ball-jointed knees, with no articulation at all at the ankle. She does have an E11 blaster. I believe she was repackaged in the Saga line, and in that line I think she does have a stand, and she also has a second gun. I don't have that as well. If you get this figure, be very careful. I'm really frustrated with myself. As you see, I had her in a bag with a bunch of other figures, and I just slightly ripped her dress. I'm really pissed at myself for that. I'm probably going to get it sewn up maybe go to a seamstress or something, see if I can sew that. I want to, especially my OTC figures, I want to keep them in mint condition. May I remind you that both of these figures are white, and if you get either one of them and you want to keep them good, keep them on a shelf or on a display, and keep them away from food or anything. Another picture I had of is maybe accidentally dipping these figures in some soup or getting something on my hands and getting them on the figures. They're both white and they're both soft goods, so you want to be really careful with them both. Here's the Episode 5 figure. You see, this is another very good likeness of Carrie Fisher from the head. They're both good likenesses of Carrie Fisher. I don't know if you can see from here, there's a pretty big discrepancy between the noses, though. The noses are different sizes on both figures. Although the head sculpt is different, I think they're both good. They're both good representations of Carrie Fisher, even though if the head sculpt is different. I like them both. This figure, pretty much same articulation. As I said, ball-jointed neck, ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hitch, ball-hinged knees, and no articulation at the ankles. Also with an E11 blaster. That E11 blaster has basically stayed the same throughout the last few collection lines. There's at the bottom of both of their dresses, when I got them straight out of the packet, there's a slight, there's just a slight, well, it's not sewn up well, there's some, as you see, there's some, the dress is not quite, well, it is even, there's just some threads coming off of the end of both dresses here. Under both of these Leia skirts, they both have a pantsuit. The Leia in Episode 4 is actually pretty action-oriented. She's doing quite a bit in Episode 4. So they both have a pantsuit underneath their skirts. And these Leias are based off of each other. I'm going to give them both a 9 overall. You really can't fault these figures much. Maybe they could have been a little bit more articulate. Maybe they could have had maybe Carrie Fisher's feet are too small to have a peg on the bottom of her foot where she could work in these stands. She doesn't. Both of these figures are really hard to fault, and for a serious collector, I would get them. The packaging on both of these was really good. This is more of a painting on Princess Leia on the Episode 5 one. At first I thought it was computer generated. It's more of a painting than anything else, and I'll show you on the OTC one real quick. Let me get these over here. Have a better look at the packaging here. On the back of both the packaging, there is of course, the Episode 4 one has the. I've done a review on her before. Basically, this is the card of the original 1977 Leia that came out when Kenner still did the collection. This is from the first collection here, and of course, I've shown you this before. They have Obi-Wan, Han, Leia, who is right here, and really puffy Luke. And of course, on the back of the Episode 5 Leia, they're showing the current line, Wave 6 of the collection, and the leg for U-3PO. Yeah, both of these, I got 2 of each. I want to keep one inside the package and have one for display on each. They each get a 9. They're both really hard to fault. I really like both collections, and I hope you enjoyed my review. This is Supreme signing out, and thanks a lot for tuning in.